11 mind-blowing psychology tricks that make life 10x easier. Have you ever wished you could read people's minds? Or maybe just get your way without coming off as manipulative? Well, my friend, you're in luck. Today, I'm giving you 11 psychology tricks that'll make life ridiculously easier. Whether it's getting people to like you, win arguments, or even make someone agree with you without them realizing it. Let's dive in. 1. The 3-second eye contact rule. Ever met someone who instantly made you feel comfortable? Chances are they mastered the 3-second eye contact rule. Here's how it works. When you meet someone, hold eye contact for just 3 seconds before looking away. Not 1 second, not 10 seconds. 3. It's the sweet spot between confidence and, why is this person staring into my soul? This small trick makes you come across as warm, friendly, and not creepy, which is always a win. 2. The name drop trick. Want someone to feel an instant connection with you? Use their name in conversation. Imagine you're at a coffee shop and the barista says, "Here's your order, Mark," instead of just "Here's your order." Feels different, right? That's because hearing our own name triggers dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical. So next time you meet someone, sprinkle their name into the chat. But don't overdo it, you're trying to be charming, not a telemarketer. 3. The silence power move. Let's say you ask for a raise. Your boss hesitates and says, "Well, I don't know." Instead of filling the awkward silence, stay quiet and hold eye contact. The pressure of silence makes people uncomfortable, and they often feel the need to justify their stance, sometimes in your favor. This works in negotiations, debates, even dates, because confidence is attractive. 4. The mirroring hack. Ever noticed that when two people really click, they start mimicking each other's movements? This is called mirroring, and you can use it to build instant trust. Subtly copy the other person's posture, hand movements, or tone of voice. Do it naturally, not like a parrot. This makes people subconsciously think, "Hey, I like this person. They're just like me." 5. The secret to winning arguments. Here's the mistake most people make in arguments. They try to prove the other person wrong. Instead, say, "I totally understand why you'd feel that way." Boom. That little sentence lowers their defenses. Now, they're listening, instead of just waiting to talk. It's like sneaking vegetables into a kid's meal. They don't even realize they're accepting your point. 6. The foot in the door technique. Want a big favor? Start small. Example, let's say you want your friend to help you pack. First, ask them for something tiny, like, "Hey, can you help me pack 1 box?" Once they say yes, they're more likely to help with the bigger task later. Why? Because saying yes once creates psychological consistency. Our brains want to stay in alignment with our previous actions. 7. The interrupt and reframe trick. Got someone rambling on and on? Use the interrupt and reframe trick. Politely cut in with something like, "Hey, that's actually really interesting, and it reminds me of something." Shift the conversation to something more engaging. This keeps the flow going without making it awkward. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to sit through a 10-minute TED Talk at a party. 8. The question before the question trick. If you know someone's about to say no, set them up with a yes first. Example, instead of saying, "Can you help me move?" ask, "Hey, you're pretty strong, right?" They say yes. Great. I need some muscle to help me move this weekend. People are more likely to agree because they've already committed to being strong, helpful, smart in the first answer. 9. The door in the face technique. This is the opposite of trick number 6. Instead of starting small, you start big and unrealistic, then scale it down. Example, let's say you want your friend to lend you $20. First, ask for $100, which they'll refuse. Then ask for $20, and suddenly, it seems way more reasonable. Why does this work? It's a psychological trick called perceptual contrast. After rejecting a huge request, the smaller one feels like a compromise. 10. The pause for effect trick. Want people to really listen when you speak? Pause strategically. Example, instead of saying, "This is the best advice you'll ever hear," say, "This is the best advice you'll ever hear." that little pause creates suspense and impact, making people hang on to every word. News anchors, storytellers, and great speakers all use this trick. 11. The Benjamin Franklin effect. Here's a fun one. If you want someone to like you more, ask them for a small favor. The story goes that Benjamin Franklin once asked a rival to lend him a book. The rival agreed, and surprisingly, they became friends. Why? Our brain justifies our actions by thinking, if I did them a favor, I must like them. So next time you want someone to warm up to you, ask them for something small like borrowing a pen or giving a quick opinion. And that's 11 mind-blowing psychology tricks you can use right away. Which one was your favorite? Or do you have your own sneaky mind tricks? Drop a comment and let me know. Oh, and if you want more cool psychology hacks like this, hit that subscribe button because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.